Hey everyone, it's Black Eyed Priestess. I just wanted to kind of comment on something. There's a lot of people talking right now, especially with Kobe Bryant passing and Kobe Bryant being one of 1,000% of black men who choose to not marry black women and choose to avoid black women because they have money and because they have fame and fortune and because they have signed papers and taken oaths and sold their soul in order to have the things that they have or in order to maintain the things that they have. The reason why black women, not mixed women, not mulatto women, not light-skinned women who pass as black, not light-skinned women who have white light-skin privilege. But the reason black women, especially black women who have naturally kinky hair and dark skin, obviously, but of course now we're confused about what a black woman is. But the reason black women who have dark skin and kinky hair always talk about race is because when it's time for black men and white men to choose a wife, they always make it about race. The reason black women always make things about race is because every time it's time for us to get what we deserve, romantically, financially, socially, we don't get it because it's always about race. Everything is about race when you're a black woman. The reason why black women make it about race is because light-skinned women and white women who are privileged among our men and their own do not speak up for us. They facilitate and perpetuate and fuel the fires of competition between women by actively flaunting the fact that they can easily control black men because of their social white privilege, because black men have been programmed against black women. Black men have been programmed to believe that black women are ugly, are unattractive, are undateable, and that being with a black woman will keep him in poverty, while being with a white woman will elevate him socially. The reason black women always make it about race is because when it's time for us to get what we deserve, or when it's time for us to find an eligible husband or man or date, it's about race. It's about skin color. We're too dark. We're too smart. We're too damaged, because every time we have to see a movie where a black man is with a white woman, because every time we have to see our friends and our family members and the black men that we grow up marrying white women, because every time black women go into dating venues or dating circles or dating apps or dating events, it's full of black women, and the black men will all leave with the one white woman that shows up, leaving the black women, who are the ones who desperately need eligible men, back at square one. The reason black women always make it about race is because it is about race. Because when a black woman wants to go into modeling or anything that has to do with beauty, she's not good enough. If her skin isn't light enough and her hair isn't straight enough and she doesn't act dumb enough, if she is empowered by her African genetics and culture and history, she's not good enough. The reason black women always make it about race is because when it comes time to date our own men, we are not treated the same as white women are treated. We are looked at as superhuman or subhuman. Meaning we essentially, black women are looked at as a mammy or a nurse. Black men look at black women as mothers and look at white women as wives. When a black man needs to get out of a bind, or when he needs someone to defend him against white supremacy, he comes running to black women. But when a black man wants to have his cake and eat it too, he goes with white women. When a black man wants to avoid his responsibility, he goes with white women. When a black man wants to avoid his responsibility to defend black women against white supremacy, he opts out and protects white women instead of defending black women. But aside from answering the questions of why is it always about race, I want to talk about how despicable it is that other black women are taking the side of white supremacy. It is expected that black men do that. It is commonly known black men are inferior. It is commonly known that the white woman controls the black man and his mentality and his sexuality. It is commonly known that our foreleaders prophesied that the last weapon that the white man would use in his arsenal when he became desperate in the fight of white supremacy and sustaining it would be to give the black man his woman. Why? Because of the black man's natural inferiority. Because of the programming of the black man and the forcing of him to sleep with white women, to answer to white women, to see white women as his master, as something to be feared and respected, and to see black women as something that, to be discarded, to be impregnated and discarded because of the breeding that went on. And to this day, black men impregnate and discard black women and treat white women like a trophy. And the fact that so many black women are in positions of single motherhood, so many black women, dark-skinned black women, especially with kinky hair, who have education, high class, who have been in situations where you are one of the only, if not the only, black person or black woman within miles, who understand the dynamics of white supremacy and upper class society, who know very well that black men in elite status, upper class, middle class, high class, do not date the black women. Why? Why? Why are black men segregated from black women anywhere outside of the ghetto? Why is it imperative that white society and white America segregate black men from black women, eligible black men? Why do all eligible black men date and marry the white women that he's bombarded with and surrounded by, even though there's eligible, beautiful black women available to him? Why is the black man programmed like that? Because if the black man knew what his job and his role was, and he used that to protect and provide for the woman that God created for him, there would be a problem. There would be a dent in white supremacy. But you take the strongest, you take the masculine, you take the head of the household, and you program him to hate his wife and hate his children,